And as things...
Hey, Kevin, the Clippers...
There's been a transformation here in L.A. There is no doubt about that. D.A., thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the two-guard spot. Now, here's George. The shot's good. And, Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet. And that's a nice pass. The patience of LeBron to let the play develop.
Beverley deciding where to go with it. Dishes it to Ibaka. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now, here is Morris. He had 13 points in the win against Golden State.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
On the clock, pass to Gasol. The 15-footer, and too long on the shot. And here are the Clippers. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
They never really got into a rhythm, despite trying a few different things. Sometimes it's just not your night.
Here's James, following the basket by Nicholas Batum. James against Leonard. Gasol kicks to LeBron. Back to Gasol. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Their D was just phenomenal in the last game. We'll see if they bring that same intensity again.
Outside, George. Inside. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Shoots the three. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Beverley against Caldwell Pope. Over James. Outside for George. They get it again. Ibaka with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Ibaka dishes to George. And again, no good by the Clippers. Lakers trail by 4. You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Jackson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. From deep three-point range, and the Lakers with another miss.
And, guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything from PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma. Lakers passing it around, and Harrell slams it in.
A big man with great lift. Montrezl Harrell loves playing above the rim.
George looking over the floor. The high post shot Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Caldwell Pope passes to Horton Tucker. Back to Caldwell Pope. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Harold slams it down hard.
Woo! Big man. Love when Harold takes off like this to drop the hammer.
Williams for 3. Rebound by Harold. Caruso, the pass to Harold. Here's Kuzma. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Kennard in at the 3 slot. And Harold slams it in.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
Now, here's Kennard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Caldwell Pope. Harrell. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Outside Williams. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. He gets that one.
The thing about Lou Williams, he sort of glides around, then suddenly he hits the turbojets.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Arrow high post. Passes to Caruso. Over Williams. Off the left rim and out.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Morris against Kuzma. Morris kicks to Jackson. The pass to Zubac. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against the Lakers. The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he knocks down the first one. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
And the dunk by Zubac.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Now here's Gasol. 9-point game his last outing. No good with the layup.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Leonard against Schroeder. And that one's good. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Schroeder dishes to Gasol, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac, and it's George in for Kennard. Offensive rebound. Gasol passes to James. And here's Morris for 3. And again, the Lakers no good. Clippers leading by 8.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
To the inside, pass to Horton Tucker. Back to Gasol. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Leonard looking over the floor. The dish to George. Good work defensively by Morris.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. And Gasol sends it back.
The former Defensive Player of the Year, Gasol, showing his stuff.
To the left side wing. Here's Horton Tucker. Batum with the steal. Beverly against Schroeder. Here's Beverly. He dishes it to Ibaka. 1 second left. Up and in on the layup. Ibaka's got 6.
Powerful move. Ibaka with the natural explosiveness to finish through contact.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. 13 points up at the end of the period. They have made it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. The second quarter got a... And...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point. To the wing on the left. Feeds to Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
And it does not take much for Gasol to throw it down. Just feed the big man inside, and he's good to go.
George against Caldwell Pope. Takes it out to Leonard. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Count it.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Schroeder against Beverly for the 3. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Schroeder.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Knocks it loose. Batum dishes to George. Back to Batum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Ooh. Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Williams scanning the floor. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Here's Caruso. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Caldwell Pope against Morris. Down low, Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Caruso kicks to LeBron. Caldwell Pope against Jackson. The feed to Harold. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Jackson. He feeds it to Morris. Back to Jackson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jackson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
The drive by James and finished off by LeBron.
You can't give a steamroller like LeBron that kind of opening. He'll bury you every time.
Now here's Williams. Defense is right there. And he converts the layup. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
To the paint. And it's Harold missing. Clippers leading by 14. Now here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
A three from Morris. Rebound by Harold. Harold's got his 6th rebound on the night. Caldwell Pope with it. He's against Williams. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Now here's Williams. He's guarded closer. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, bursting off the screen, Williams makes a quick decision, takes it himself.
Here's Harold, and Harold slams it in.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, with double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thanks so much, David. And it's Schroeder missing. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. Gasol covering. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
In OKC, Paul George showed he can be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Here's Leonard. Lakers trail by 14. Kuzma outside. Gasol inside. Ibaka on him. Kuzma outside. Just 4 to shoot. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Kicks it to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 17.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Kuzma finds Gasol and finished off by Gasol.
Great dime from Kuzma there, assessing the situation and making the right play.
Schroeder against Beverly. Lakers trail by 15. Out to Morris. Beyond the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Beverly, the pass to George. It's stolen by Schroeder. Fast break, here they come. Here's Horton Tucker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on George.
Clearly a foul.
And the first one at the line is good. LeBron's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Good on both. And the new G League Pro Team, Smitty, signed a number of 5-star high school basketball players. How do you think this is going to impact the college game?
Well, I think it's going to impact it, Kevin. You miss out on those stars, for sure. But I think you'll get more guys that'll play 2, 3, 4 years in college, which will give college basketball more consistency.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And here's George. Batum scanning the floor. Back to Ibaka. They get a hand on it. Schroeder with the ball. George picks him up. James outside. Morris dishes to Gasol, and he uses the glass on the layup. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, few active players have taken more contact inside than Marc Gasol. He knows how to handle it.
Batum for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Lakers trail by 11. Schroeder passes to Morris. Kicks it out to James. Over Leonard. James, no good.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Paul George.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Horton Tucker. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Batum with the ball. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A confident win and one where, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith.
Your chance to learn about the upcoming events in the neighborhood. This weekend, check out Big Top Challenge. The fun is larger than life, and so
And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings.
And for that game against Indiana, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marcus Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis with the block. And here we go, the Mavericks in a fast break. Doncic outside. Emphasizing the importance of a deep bench. A few teams, Doris, across the league are riddled with injuries right now.
And this is where your front office has to find a way to be successful year after year. And players over the course of a season maybe won't play for 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and then an injury opens an opportunity, and you have to have a high level of professionalism at the end of the bench to endure these moments.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The Mavericks making the shot.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
First trip to the line for him here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Richardson. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Caldwell Pope against Richardson. Caldwell Pope passes to James. Inside, Gasol. And the layup's good off the glass.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass. Well, you think about Marc Gasol. This is a former Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, he's not the star or the focal point he was at the peak of his career. But this guy still impacts the game at a very high level.
Here's Gasol. No good. That would have tied it. Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Endorse with Gasol, it's on the defensive end where his impact is felt the most.
That's exactly right. He still makes life difficult for opposing centers. He's strong. He's smart. He knows all the tricks of the trade. Watching Marc Gasol play is a pleasure.
Now here's Porzingis after the miss from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Love the confidence. Porzingis doesn't just have the green light, guys. They're designing these plays to get him that look.
Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. Kicks it out to James. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Count that one.
There is so much responsibility on LeBron's shoulders. He has to keep that offense flowing, and he's got such a great grasp of their system.
Now here's Porzingis. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Caldwell-Pope against Richardson. Caldwell-Pope dishes to Gasol. LeBron passes to Gasol. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Mavericks with some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks, he can be special.
Here's Caruso. He had 13 points in the win against Golden State. Good on the shot.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Pop pass to Porzingis. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it. Here's Caruso. Brunson covering. And it's Harrell missing.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
To the middle and stolen by Harrell. Here we go, one-on-one. And finished off by LeBron.
If you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
And so it's Dallas, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing up. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Doncic, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Johnson in at the 4. Powell, the pass to Doncic. And the shot is good. Doncic has got the lead up to 9 now for the man.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
It's LeBron with the drive.
Just great instincts. He knows what to do when he gets near the rim. Love to watch this guy work.
Doncic outside. Pass to Pop. And stolen by Harrell. Nice break. The Lakers. Here's Caruso. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And the pass to Pop. Back to Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
Lakers trail by 7.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Kuzma kicks to Caruso.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Powell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now a 9-point Maverick lead. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. To the inside, Brunson, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Brunson's got his first 2 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Braun right side. To the wing right side. Here's Horton Tucker. James against Doncic. Can't cash in from close range.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And the rejection by LeBron.
Don't bring that weak stuff in here. LeBron always on the prowl to send shots back with force.
And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Harrell.
Well, 6 of their last 10 points coming off the fast break.
Outside Hardaway. James against Doncic. From 8 feet away, he drops it in. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Johnson double teamed. Back to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Brunson, good. And now an 11-point Maverick lead.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Pass to Harrell, wide open, and he comes up with the deuce. Harrell's got 6.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
At the top of the key, Powell. Left side, Hardaway. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game.
Both good from the line that time. 15 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And here's Schroeder. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. 3 seconds left. No good on that one. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 9 points, 2 block shots, and 4. And that'll...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
LeBron dishes to Gasol. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Back to Porzingis. Clock at 6. Pass to Doncic. Gasol with the steal. Now the Lakers on the break. The finish and the dunk by LeBron.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Richardson outside. Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 10 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Caldwell Pope against Richardson. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Back to Caldwell Pope. James outside. Inside. In the corner, it's Morris. 4 on the clock. Over Kleba. Morris, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Passes it to Porzingis. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. The 3 for Doncic. A new 14 for the Mavericks. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 12.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Morris against Porzingis. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. Pass to Brunson. Looking for Cauley Stein. He gets it there. Here's Porzingis. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. A 12-point game. .153 left to play in the third. And Harrell slams it in.
If you do not box out Montrezl Harrell, you are opening yourself up to offensive rebounds. This guy is a force there.
Harrell against Cauley-Stein. Porzingis looking it over. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
Brunson kicks to Cauley-Stein. Back to Brunson. And a strong finish with two hands.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge. Well, what a job, punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Here's Brunson. He has 6. There's the dish to Cauley-Stein. Back to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Caldwell Pope outside. There's the 3. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Morris dishes to Harrell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Porzingis.
Well, he might be a bit undersized, Montrezl Harrell, but he plays bigger than the frame suggests. Hold on.
And that one misses.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Doncic feeling it out. With 1 on the clock, and Dallas again with the bucket.
Listen, this is becoming routine for Luka Doncic. This guy's a big-time scorer who can take over when he's ready.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then it's James Johnson. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Schroeder passes to Caruso. He dishes it to Gasol. Kuzma outside. Schroeder outside. Just 4 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Richardson with it. Pass to Powell. On the wing, Doncic. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
And Harrell slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Doncic. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Lakers trail by 13. There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. And it's Maxi Kleber in for James Johnson. And lost. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Here's Doncic. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And finished off by LeBron.
When LeBron gets the ball, guys, and there aren't numbers back in transition, it almost always results in an easy hoop.
Doncic outside. Passes it to Kleba. Back to Doncic. The pass to Kleba. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Kuzma passes to LeBron. Comes up empty down low. Mavericks leading by 9. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. James against Doncic. And stolen by James. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by James.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Doncic against Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. Count that one. Doncic has got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for the Lakers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Alex Caruso. Now here's Burke. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here are the Lakers. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Here's James. Doesn't go that time. Johnson with some nice D. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Dallas. High post, Cauley Stein. Back to Johnson. Johnson double teamed. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
LeBron drives in, and the rejection by Cauley Stein. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. James, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The strength of LeBron is something that is never going to go away, and it will always allow him to finish plays like that.
A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Damian Jones is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Dudley comes in for Morris. Alfonso McKinney's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And it's Matthews in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Burke finds Johnson. Here's Doncic. Down low. Here's Burke. And Jones sends it back.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
And the Mavericks with possession. 6-point lead. Doncic outside. There's the triple. Can't hit that one. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there was some...
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Yes, sir. We made it through all the obstacles. I told y'all, no problem. We finally at the top. I told Tommy we at the top months ago, man.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. D8.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard. Now here's Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. Morris with the rebound. Caldwell Pope outside. Offensive rebound. James on the follow.
And just such a physical force. LeBron James, sensational at reading the play and using his size to get possession.
Here's Lillard. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Kanter. To the paint. And the dunk by Covington.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Out to Morris. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Jones. Covington with it. Guarded now by Morris. Nobody near Lillard. Sinks the three-pointer. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Now, here's Covington. After the miss from Damian Lillard. 5 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. Kanter kicks to Lillard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got a couple of threes now in the first for Portland.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Here's Lillard after the basket by the Lakers. Shoots from the elbow. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got 8.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Portland leading by 4. Trent passes to Lillard. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And so here's Portland. Down low, Kanter. Lillard finds Kanter. Here's Simons. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the foul. There we go on Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Second chance shot. And the basket by Lillard. 10 points for him.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, Give him some space. Let him get to work.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Here's Schroeder after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Pass to Caruso. Back to Schroeder. To the inside. Lets it go from 11. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
Now here's Anthony after the miss from Damian Lillard. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 13 points.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And it's good for 2. 32 seconds left to play here in the first. Inside. Passes to Simons. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Now, here's Lillard. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Eight seconds left to play in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope on the wing. The pass to Caruso. Shoots over Lillard. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Lakers trail by 7. For 3, Caldwell-Pope. Rebounded by Hood. And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Covington finds Lillard. Shot on the wing, and he connects with the jumper. Lillard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Here's Caruso. The Lakers rebound. Harrell on the follow.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Trailblazers leading by 7. Anthony, the pass to Covington. Outside Anthony. Back to Covington. Pass to Simons. Now here's Hood. Just 5 on the clock. Great open look there. Anthony's got 5 now.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Caldwell-Pope kicks to Harrell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different. that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's Covington. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
In talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game, they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Covington passes to Simons. Morris against Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo getting up there at 6'8", rising up and getting to the rim for the throwdown.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. To the middle, out to Morris. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. James in the post. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington passes to Trent. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Trent's got his first basket of the night.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
An even 3-on-3 break. Outside Anthony. Pass to Covington. Makes it off the glass. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Gasol kicks to Harrell. Poked away. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Portland with the ball. Trailblazers leading by 10. Outside Covington. No one near him. Trent can't hit.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And again, no good by the Lakers. Over to the left wing. Covington passes to Trent. Gets it off. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached halftime in this one. Trailblazers out in front. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He ended up with 15 points. Dame Lillard, a player who... And that does it for our...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Schroeder last year accepting his role of coming off the bench and being a scorer. So whatever it is the coaching staff is asking of him, he's willing to do it.
And stolen by James. Passes it to LeBron. Right side Gasol. James left side. Shot clock at 5. Knocked away. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to Jones. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And checking out Portland, sitting there 4 spots below.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they weren't really being talked about as contenders coming into the season, but they have entered that conversation.
They're in the thick of it, and I think they got an attitude that's well suited for the pressure and intensity of playoff basketball. So when the postseason arrives, look out for this team.
Kicks it out to Covington. Here's Trent. He feeds it to Cantor. Gasol with the steal. Kicks it out to Schroeder. To the inside. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Searching for that first bucket here in the third.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for James. 10th in assists. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists. And he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Schroeder against Lillard. Los Angeles with another miss.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And it's in there. Lillard's got 17 now.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. And Jones sends it back. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Outside Hood puts up a 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers trail by 7. There's the pass to Horton Tucker. Morris kicks to Kuzma. Back to Morris. Kuzma passes to Morris. Lakers passing it around. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Lillard's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Kuzma. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Plays with such a fearlessness. Kuzma is terrific at staying engaged and forcing the issue.
LeBron, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder, and he's good on the second. Now Lillard. He's got 21. Outside Anthony. Pass to Hood. Kuzma against Anthony. Kicks it to Cantor. Simons, the pass to Hood. Pulls it up. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Hood's got his first bucket in this one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
That's a 2 from Lillard. But they get it back. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And it's Simons missing. James in the post. And the dunk by James.
LeBron not messing around. That time in the paint, close to the rim, smelling blood.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Harrell is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Caruso in at the point guard. Hood, the pass to Trent. Feeds it to Cantor. Sinks that one from the post. Cantor's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Portland. Pass to Harrell. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Right side Gasol. Back to Caldwell Pope. Passes to Caruso. Now the feed to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Harrell in ideal position and then rises back up and then able to jam it down.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Bounce pass Anthony. Hood finds Cantor. Anthony on the wing. Hood against James. Portland needs to get off a shot. Gasol with the steal. Here we go. James heading to the hoop and finished off by LeBron.
All right, the coaches are going to ask you to stay in front of LeBron James, but seriously, you want to get in front of that?
Here's Trent. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Derek Jones comes in for Rodney Hood, and it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Portland leading, got a piece of it. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. James against Jones. And he's fouled pretty hard, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Back to LeBron. Here's the three. Schroeder dishes to LeBron. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Gasol. Misses the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. And he gets the whistle. 2 free. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Cantor finds Covington. Eyes yet again. And there's the pass to Lillard. Three-pointer. Doesn't go for him. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Here we go, one-on-one. Morris against Covington. James left side. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
LeBron James, one of the best ever to do it.
Schroeder against Lillard. For the three. Portland no good that time either.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Pass to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And here's Cantor. From deep. And there's Lillard on the assist from Jones.
She's so good at rising, firing, and dismantling defenses.
And finished off by LeBron.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. Lillard outside. Takes a three. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final second. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. it's all set to go to work. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at power forward. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard. LeBron passes to Gasol. LeBron against Leonard. Oh, he misses the dunk. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Throws it up high, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Oh, sometimes it's easy to forget what an unreal athlete Batum is. Extraordinary at timing on these alley-oops.
Lakers working the ball around now. James in the post. Leonard's there. 4 on the shot clock. And here's James outside. And again, no good by the Lakers.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Batum against Morris. On the wing, George. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Morris finds Schroeder and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. The drive by James, and he makes good on the layup.
That's how LeBron likes to attack. So effective at scoring on the move.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Beverley up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Schroeder against Beverley. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Ibaka. And the rejection by Harrell. Pocket 4. Gasol with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Now here is Ibaka. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
But it was his rebound that stood out even more than me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
Williams against Harrell. Williams dishes to George. Good. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And George kicks to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good. Lakers trail by 4. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Goes back up. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. In the corner, it's Morris. The 3. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And it's the Lakers on the break. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And again, the Lakers no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Zubats. They get the rebound. George passes to Zubats. Over Caldwell Pope. Misses off the left iron. Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game, a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And Caldwell Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
Here's Williams, and Williams throws it down.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Batum. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Morris finds Kuzma. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for the Clippers. Outside Leonard, 6 to shoot. Beverley against Morris. Beverley feeling it out a bit. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Caruso. It's good. This game is all even. Caruso's got his second basket of the night.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Now Beverley still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. LeBron passes to Gasol. Batum with the steal. Right wing. Gasol against Ibaka. Tipped away. 5 on the clock. Now the Lakers on the break. On up the court. Gasol kicks to Morris. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
Batum against Morris. Batum, good. Batum's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Morris passes to Gasol. And he banks in the layup. Gasol's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
And you love to get Gasol these high percentage looks. I mean, he doesn't miss many from being close.
Down low, here's Batum, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Back to LeBron, and the dunk by James.
And you think of all the different images in your mind over the years of James attacking the rim.
Inside, here's Batum, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Batum's got 6 in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Morris. Gasol trying to free himself up. Morris, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Now, here's Kennard. Defense right on him. It's stolen by Morris. One-on-one here. Caruso, the pass to Morris.
You know, I like Morris. He's a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor. Now, he's a sniper from deep, and he can definitely lock you up on D as well.
It's his first trip to the line. And the Lakers with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Alex Caruso. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Jackson, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Kuzma. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Williams against Schroeder. Now here's Williams. Tight defense on him. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. On its way from Caldwell-Pope for 2. No good off the back of the rim.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Williams passes to George. Pope loose. Kuzma outside.
Nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell-Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
And a close game so far through the first 2. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You got to like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Caldwell-Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And here's George for 3. That shot, no good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Schroeder outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Pass to Gasol. Over Ibaka. Here's Morris. It's hauled in by Beverley.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. George looking over the floor. Over Morris. Out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession. Some changes for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. A 2-point game. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Now the Lakers on the break. LeBron leading the charge.
I love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artist.
Caldwell Pope against George. He gets that one. George has got his second bucket tonight.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Caldwell Pope passes to Caruso. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Caldwell Pope kicks to James. Shoots over Leonard. Harrell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
And here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 6. And the layup falls.
Even when contact comes Beverly's way, I mean, he's a pro at finishing, absorbing it so well on these shots.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Here's Harrell. Offensive rebound. It's good. Gasol's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
George against Caldwell Pope. Shot from the low block. And it's Beverly missing.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
James. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Looking for George. He gets it there. Ibaka for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And many people consider Ibaka to be the NBA's premier 3 and D big man. In fact, we see more and more teams searching for an Ibaka of their own.
LeBron outside. Rebound by the Clippers.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
James looking it over. Over to the wing. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Trains the three-pointer. LeBron's got 9.
Well, they don't need LeBron to hit the 3 all the time. They love it.
Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. The feed to Batum. Tries again. Rob. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. The putback. It's good on the putback. Now it's a 4-point Laker lead.
Look, with his size, with his strength, with his brain, there's no reason Gasol shouldn't be able to dominate the game offensively.
George finds Beverly. Misses from close range. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Lakers lead by 4. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Clippers trail by 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Kennard is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Zubats in at the 5. And he gets the bucket.
Wow, when Jackson is just crafty down inside, he has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Back to Schroeder. To the paint. Three-pointer, just 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
And don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Schroeder passes to Horton Tucker. Out to Morris. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Back to Morris. Here's Horton Tucker. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris looking over the floor. Beyond the arc. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Back to Harrell. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Down low. And the dunk by Zubac.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Schroeder outside. Horton Tucker, the pass to Kuzma. And now the Clippers on the break. Williams is running. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The Lakers trail. It's Kuzma penetrating. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Lou Williams.
Impressive agility of Kuzma. Moves so well towards the rim. Got to seal him off if you're the D.
And both free throws good for Kuzma. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. George, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Horton Tucker. Defended by George. It's stolen by Morris. Left side, George. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Schroeder. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Lakers. Outside Williams. And he lays it straight in.
And such a nimble ball handler. Williams makes quick work of getting down the lane, and he'll drive all night long if they let him.
2 points. That one goes.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again. I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
It's Kuzma penetrating, and they take the lead. Kuzma's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Growing up before our eyes, Kuzma, shots like this reinforce the fact that he's the real deal.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Williams against Schroeder. Williams passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And everyone knows Lou Will can score. But there, great job with that drop-off. Sweet dime.
And it's LeBron missing. Clippers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Leaps for it and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Oh, no. Don't tell me. He just didn't do that, did he? A critical point of the game, and he makes just about the worst mistake possible.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Here's LeBron. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Schroeder against Beverly. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Fast break. The Lakers. No one near James as he lets it go. Got it!
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
And you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
James with it. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Leonard looking over the floor. The pass to Zubac. It's good! A huge shot to tie it up.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And Frank Vogel wants a timeout. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game. He beats Zubac.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
And the way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless tonight.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Just a silky shot from Beverly. He's so good at hitting these important shots.
Here's James. Gasol trying to free himself up. And the dunk by LeBron.
Love the attitude of James. When it's an important moment, he demands the rock and delivers.
Leonard against LeBron. Rejected by Gasol. And they're able to recover. Beverly dishes to Ibaka. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Peter passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
He's not a guy who's going to sit back and settle for jumpers. He's going to get to the bucket every time he can.
George up top. 2 free throws coming up, and the coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Caldwell Pope against George. He feeds it to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
James in the post. He's covered by Leonard. James, no good. And so Ibaka, he'll bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by 1.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
Yes!
Oh, you got to love the poise of James, a master of executing in clutch situations.
The Clippers have gone a stellar 4 of 5 from the floor since the start of overtime. Beverly against Morris. Gasol with the steal. Caldwell Pope right side. It's Gasol missing. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Outside, George. To the middle, Gasol with the steal. The drive by James goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Nicholas Batum. Free throw good, LeBron.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
Leonard, the pass to Batum. Here's Ibaka. Count it!
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
Stolen by George. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. And the Lakers with possession here. Here's Horton Tucker. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Williams against Schroeder. Bucket is good. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And you can see how well Williams communicates with his teammates. Can't run the pick and roll well if you're not in sync.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Clippers shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Here's Kuzma. Now the Lakers on the break. And that'll be 2 free throws. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on. And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments. And what a dominant performance he's put on here in overtime. He has been on an absolute tear.
Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
What a scorer this guy is. Inside, outside, mid-range. Williams is capable of doing damage from anywhere.
On the wing, James. He's covered by Leonard. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gasol. Rebound by Williams. The Clippers in the lead. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard with the ball. Leonard draws the double. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
When he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Leonard attacking. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Caldwell Pope. Count it!
In key moments like this, you need guys like Caldwell Pope to come through with a huge bucket. Just tremendous focus.
Outside, George. Dishes it to Batum, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Well, so far, if you look at the totality, Batum has put together a very impressive career. He's had a great stroke from outside in addition to his outstanding defense.
Here's LeBron, and that one goes long.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
It counts.
A big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
And the dunk by LeBron.
Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
Now here's Leonard. And there's the call on James. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game. Now LeBron. Ooh, offline. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Xbox bracket, Jomar and Ty Debo both advanced with double-digit victories, while defense to offense overcame a double-digit fourth-quarter deficit to win by 2.
Oh, he gets it to go!
In round 2 of the PlayStation bracket, Onus put an end to Luckershot's Cinderella run.
We're the land of the...
Good evening and welcome to tonight's present and the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Monday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at point. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Gasol dishes to Morris. Good on the bucket. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Porzingis on the follow.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
The drive by James and finished off by LeBron.
He never takes a break on any possession. He is ruthless on the offensive side of the floor.
Doncic looking it over. There's the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now, here's Doncic after the Marc Gasol miss. Doncic with it. That's tipped. Kleba with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Finney-Smith. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Kleba, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the dunk by James.
The power of LeBron. Even if you tried to give the hard foul, he'll go right through you.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
So it's the Lakers now. The Mavericks making the shot, and James throws it down.
The quick first step of James, along with his power, that's the difference on the drive.
Doncic outside to the inside. Here's Marjanovic. Kuzma pulls it in. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his third assist on the night. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
The Lakers have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
What is there to say about LeBron that hasn't been said? One of the all-time greats who can completely carry a team.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Here's Horton Tucker. No points in the game yet for him. Shoots from the high post. Harrell on the follow.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now, here's Doncic, guarded closely. Pass to Marjanovic. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
The bench loves that play from Montrezl Harrell. His physicality makes him hard to stop.
Mavericks trail by 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
And finished off by LeBron.
A guy that great, you have to make somebody else beat you. LeBron's been hot tonight.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He put together quite a quarter. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Doncic. Powell is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Brunson in at the point guard. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Schroeder. Drills it from outside. Schroeder's got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
Schroeder has really improved as a three-point shooter. With that shot, he becomes even more dangerous.
And Doncic, here we go. Powell. Lays it up and banks it in.
Can't be that easy for him. Got to body him up down low.
And you have other methods as well. You could deny or you can just front the post.
Out to Kuzma. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Brunson against Schroeder. Shot, high post. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Harrell. 6 to shoot. Brunson the pass to Powell. Over Harrell. The shot by Powell, no good. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Caldwell Pope. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think. Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Lakers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Caldwell Pope. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Here's Harrell, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Dallas making a switch here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Porzingis is coming in for Johnson. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Jalen Brunson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Cauley-Stein's got it all tied up now for Dallas.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. Back to Marjanovic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against Golden State. Here's Caruso. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. Here's Morris. Mavericks with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
It was really that second wave in the rotation that took the offense to another level. Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
And the Lakers with another miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And again, the turnover by the Mavericks.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
The Lakers trail. Schroeder outside. LeBron James on the wing. And the dunk by James.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. .11 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Marc Gasol does so many things. One of my favorite attributes, toughness and grit he brings to this team.
That one good for 2.
Timeout, timeout.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And now let's catch up with... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Schroeder kicks to LeBron. Porzingis with the block. The pass to Doncic. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
A blur in the open court. Schroeder covers ground in a hurry.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
It's good.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Doncic against Schroeder. Shooting foul as the whistle. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Kuzma, and they pick up 2.
Teams try to play Kuzma physical, but he has the strength to power right through contact.
Schroeder against Doncic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got the lead back up to 2 now for the Mavs.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Kuzma passes to Harrell. Kuzma outside. They get it again. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Over Richardson. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Doncic against Schroeder. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. It's Kuzma penetrating. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. It's good on the putback.
This is Montrezl Harrell, strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
Doncic against Schroeder. Here's Marjanovic. It counts, and the foul. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Dallas, Johnson, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Trey Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Pass to Caruso. Shoots the 3. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Harrell, the pass to Horton Tucker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Caruso. Shoots over Brunson. Caruso, no good.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him, and Burke has it in the corner. He dishes it to Hardaway. And good that time. Hardaway has got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace is picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
Passes it to Marjanovic. Here's Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The experience of James Johnson, recognizing the opportunity. Attack, draw the contact.
And so he makes both from the line. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. The drive by LeBron does not go down. That miss makes him 7 for 12 in the game. And here we go. Fast break. Burks got it. Up top, Marjanovic. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Mavericks. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
James.
Money there shaves a few points off the lead. And the later we get into this game, the more you're going to see him attacking the basket.
Brunson finds Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. Down low, Gasol with the steal. Caruso, the pass to Gasol. LeBron outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And stolen by LeBron. And James throws it down.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
Now here's Brunson. To the paint.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. Lakers trail by 3. On the wing, James. Porzingis with the rebound. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And James throws it down hard.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Doncic against Schroeder. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Here's a 1-2. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
LeBron drives in. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by LeBron.
Big possession. Good idea to get the ball into the hands of Marc Gasol.
Richardson outside. He kicks it to Doncic. And the pass to Porzingis. The second chance effort. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. 4 on the clock. They had a number of cracks in it, but came away empty-handed. Inside, Caruso. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Richardson.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in. And so making both free throws. That'll give them the lead here.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Doncic outside. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caldwell Pope checked in. And Gasol able to finish.
He has great instincts on both ends of the floor. This time, Gasol right at the rim.
And Doncic, here we go. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
James looking it over. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. And Doncic throws it down.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's LeBron. Money!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Doncic outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in, and so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
LeBron drives in. Harrell dishes to LeBron. Back to Harrell. Lakers passing it around. LeBron passes to Harrell. Out to Morris. To the right side. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And here is Kleber. Now Doncic. Back to Kleber. Doncic outside. There's the 3. It's off. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For
Elgin's actions back in the day directly points to things that happened recently with us in the bubble, with the boycott. Seeing that it was done before by someone as great as Elgin made us all the more comfortable with really going out there and standing up for what's right. Elgin helped me understand that my career wouldn't be punished for doing what's right, and that this situation wouldn't be.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and nothing to
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Robert Covington, also Enes Kanter out there, Damian Lillard out there with Derek Jones, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. So something you'll love, Clark. We should see some terrific rebounding here in this one.
I love the glass eaters, Kevin. You know that was part of the strength of my game back in the day, way back in the day. I mean, these teams are right at the top of the league when it comes to closing out stops with the defensive rebound. Glass eaters galore in this one.
The shot's good from Kanter.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Kanter's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
James misses. And stolen by James. Back to Gasol. Now the pass to James. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Now, here's Lillard. 35 points for him last game against the Lakers.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
And here is Gasol after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. It's stolen. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Misses the 3.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
LeBron kicks to Gasol. Morris outside. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. LeBron drives in, stolen by Kanter. Covington passes to Jones. Covington dishes to Jones. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. A 3 ball. Rebounded by the Lakers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looked so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. Jones against Schroeder. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Jones dishes to Covington. Pass to Kanter. Left side Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. And stolen by James. Here's Caldwell Pope. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, you know, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his quickness can be overwhelming at times. Really hard to defend if you're not physical and focused.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Back to Anthony. To the middle, Cantor. Out to Anthony. Pulls up from the corner. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Passes to Horton Tucker. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Lillard. He's got 5 from deep three-point range. The rebound by Caldwell-Pope. It's tipped. Here's Caruso. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Trailblazers trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Caruso, covered by Lillard. Kuzma passes to Harrell. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Anthony's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Lillard finds Cantor. Here's Hood. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break.
When I'm training in the summer, before practice, after practice.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 slot. LeBron, he's checked in for Caldwell-Pope. Here's Simons following the basket by LeBron James. Simons, the pass to Covington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
You know, Covington's ability to space the floor and his length at the defensive end is something every team is looking for. He is the prototypical 3-and-D player in my mind.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Marc Gasol is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And Portland with a change here, too. Jones checked in for Rodney Hood. Here's Trent after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Covington. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Schroeder. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Golden State. Here's Horton Tucker. That one drops for him. Horton Tucker's got 6. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And it's Schroeder missing. Portland trailing here. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Jones following the basket by LeBron James.
And you know what? You allow.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. An easy 2 points on the layup. Lillard's got 10.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
James against Jones, and stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Schroeder outside. The drive by James. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Lakers lead by 1. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 13. Jones in the post, working on James. And Covington stays with it.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington. Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Gasol finds Schroeder. And a deep three from James. It is not good. He's made half of his 6 attempts. Jones looking for an opening. Here is Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. What did you think? And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Trent in at the 2 guard. Now Lillard. Jones kicks to Lillard. And it's good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for Portland. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Lillard against Schroeder. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Kept alive. Trent lays it up off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Jones with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope against Jones. And a deep 3 from Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Morris passes to Gasol. Stolen by Kanter. Here we go, one-on-one. Kicks it out to Covington. Lillard from outside. That shot, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Rodney Hood's checked in for the Trailblazers. Portland leading by 6. The pass to Little. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Tipped away and stolen by James. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Caldwell Pope outside. To the paint. Here's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Pass to Simons. Banked in off the glass. Simons has got his first points of the night.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Caldwell Pope outside. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter of the game. Offline from the top of the key. Now here's Little. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Simons, the pass to Little. Here's Simons. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. 5 to shoot. Again, the Trailblazers score. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
That's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Yep, that one goes in there. Caruso's got 6.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Hood deciding where to go with it. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
Here's Simons. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 19 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Hood. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Sent back. He got it up. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Marc Gasol is out there with Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Caruso in at the 2. That's the Laker 5. Kuzma passes to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Passes it to Kuzma. Over Jones. Gasol. And Gasol able to finish.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. He feeds it to Cantor. Lillard surveying the D. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 23 points.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Here's Schroeder. Pass to Kuzma. To the inside. Here's Caruso. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jones finds Cantor. Outside Covington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Covington is always looking to shoot the ball. I mean, which in turn forces defenders to get extra aggressive with him when he's going up with the shot.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Morris comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And James subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Lakers trail by 7. LeBron with it. Caruso, the pass to Gasol. And the dunk by James.
Well, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard. For 3. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Caruso, the pass to Gasol. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Caruso, no good. Trailblazers leading by 8. Cantor with it. Guarded now by Morris. Lillard against Schroeder. Cantor inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Schroeder passes to Caldwell-Pope. the 8-footer. Up again, and Gasol able to finish.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard against Schroeder. 1:44 left to play in the final quarter. Kicks it out to Jones. And stolen by James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Lillard against Schroeder. Pulls up on the elbow, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Schroeder passes to Gasol. The drive by LeBron. And the dunk by James.
And, you know, we've come to expect this from LeBron James, guys. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, he rises to the occasion.
Anthony on the wing. From deep. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. 1:03 left in the game. Lillard up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Clock at 6. Cantor kicks to Jones. And that one is off. So the Lakers will take it the other way. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
At the line for 2.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They lead by 4. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jacks up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 31.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. Elevating his aggressiveness and level of play in moments like this. LeBron, as clutch as they come.
Outside, Covington. Lillard finds Covington. Back to Lillard. Now here's Covington. And so it's Portland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.